Somali Sun. Time, it's 10:30 a.m. Wednesday. Hospital received 110,000 bodies from southern Gaza overnight Tuesday, director says. Hospital in Gaza received 110,000 bodies from different areas of southern Gaza overnight Tuesday. Dr. Mohammed Sakir told CNN. The hospital director said 40 bodies were received at Al-Nazar Hospital, while 60 victims of airstrike in Rafah were received at Al-Najjar Hospital. Another 10 bodies had arrived at the European hospital, he said. He said the bodies included some extracted by rescue crews from underneath the rubble of houses. There are many more under the rubble in addition to the body parts that we cannot identify, Sakir told CNN. Remember, these houses were hosting families who fled the north of Gaza and took shelter with family members or people who they knew, he said. There were 150 people in one house, and he said he expected the number of dead to increase significantly. Sakir said 12 people were in intensive care and were brain dead and would die soon as their situation was critical. The injured are in the dozen, as well as we still don't have a price casualty figure of dead and injured. Some context. The Israelite military told 1.1 million people to leave the densely populated northern Gaza, including Gaza City, and relocate to the south of the enclave. Many families, some of whom were already internally displaced, are now crammed into an even smaller portion of 140 square mile territory. The evacuation advisory came from Israel imposed and complete siege on Gaza in response to a brutal attack launched a week ago by Hamas, which left at least 1,400 dead in Israel. That's the update. Thank you.
Good morning, Philippines. This is Joshua Cortez. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, Wednesday. Updates. Water crisis escalating in Gaza after shutdown of desalination plant. UN agency says with Gaza's last functioning desalination plant shut down, the water crisis has escalated, risking fatalities, according to the United Nations Relief Agency in Gaza, or UNRWA. Dehydration and waterborne diseases loom large, given the collapse of water and sanitation services. This includes the recent shutdown of Gaza's last functioning seawater desalination plant, UNRWA stated on Tuesday. On Monday, one line of water was opened for 3 hours, only in the south of Gaza Strip, providing limited water to only half of the population of Khan Yunis. This does not solve the urgent water needs in other parts of Khan Yunis, the middle area, and Rafah. Only 14% of the population in the Strip benefited from this 3-hour opening of the water line. UNRWA added that Gaza requires 600,000 liters of fuels daily to operate water and desalination plants. Fuel reserves at all Gaza hospitals are on the brink, it said, with only 24-hour supply left. The failure of backup generators would endanger thousands of patients' lives.
Good morning, Philippines. I'm John David Gargar. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, Wednesday. Updates. Gaza facing the unparalleled humanitarian crisis, Hamas media office says. Gaza needs the international assistance urgently faces the unparalleled humanitarian crisis. According to the head of Hamas, controlled by the government media office, the magnitude of casualties, injuries, the destruction of residential units, and fractured public facilities and economic losses has given to the unparalleled humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Unlike anything since the previous aggression, Salamamor said in statement Tuesday, as the humanitarian situation worsens, there are noticeable decline in the international response, Salama said. Decisive action was urgently required from the international community to the what he called campaign ethics cleansing that perpetrated by occupation against the Palestinian people. Earlier in Tuesday, Margaret Harris spoke in person for the World Health Organization, told the CAN John Valley that humanitarian corridor in Gaza remains unsafe due to the Israel bombing, with more than 44 Gaza hospitals targeted and 84% pregnant women needs assistance. Israel vowed to wipe out Hamas and Islamist group with a contact of Gaza. In response to the October 7 terrorist attack that killed 1,000 people, it has laid in late and told more than 1 million to move southern Gaza from the north.